Man, LDBC, LDMMAC. This is your boy, the Coach. You're live on the Coach Show, the Coach Show live. Okay, folks, y'all know the routine. Forgive the background noise. Let's just get into it. Salute to the homie, salute to the brother Joseph Cordonero on this one, man. He sent this to me, and he just really just wanted my take on the whole situation. Y'all know Kamaru Usman been calling out Canelo for about 13 months, a little bit over a year. And when last year he was calling out Canelo, I just said, okay, damn. Why? For what? Dude, your boxing is okay. You got a pretty okay jab, but it's not like it's the best, boxing in the world. Okay? I mean, Kamaru, brother, you barely move your head. Okay? And you think people like Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal can hit you? What you think Canelo gonna be able to do? Okay? What you think he gonna be able to do? And I'm just saying, Kamaru Usman, you're not a boxer. You're not a boxer. Okay? You don't have a third of the fundamentals that Canelo Alvarez have. And I think Canelo will put him down. I think Canelo knocks him out in the boxing ring. It's one thing, to do your craft, to hone in on MMA, and you work the components. Now, see, we're always, fighting that battle where boxing and boxing fans are just point blank thinking that boxers can just come into an octagon and fight. Well, it's vice versa. I'm sorry, if you've been doing MMA and you want to fight, I'm talking about a trained fighter, a boxer like Canelo, like one of the top fighters pound for pound in the world, and you really think you're going to jump into a boxing ring and beat Canelo. I don't even think Kamaru Usman believes he beats Canelo. I think Kamaru Usman won a payday. It's one of those fights that's pretty intriguing, right? People would pay to watch it, but we already know the outcome. So Canelo Alvarez would beat the living hell out of Kamaru Usman. And the fight wouldn't even be close. It wouldn't even be a close fight, okay? It'll be an easy payday for Canelo, okay? Very easy payday. It'll be some damage to Kamaru Usman. I think Canelo will put him out for about 8 to 9 months. Okay, because Canelo will get up in there and rough this dude up, man. And people say a lot of noise about Canelo Alvarez. People say it. But you got to respect this man. You got to respect Canelo because the boy can fight. Canelo can fight. Okay? So Canelo Alvarez can fight. And, since he fought Mayweather, his skill set has gotten much better. Canelo head movement is very, very good. Okay, Canelo is a hell of he's a hell of a counterpuncher. And so Canelo Alvarez can definitely work the body like no other. Okay, he's definitely one of the best body punchers in the sport of boxing. Him and definitely Errol Spence Jr. Okay, they love the body. Canelo, I can see Canelo breaking this dude down and getting him out of there, probably within 5 rounds. I understand, people, they want paydays. People want to see a spectacle, a sideshow, a freak show. And in Kamaru's mind, well, if Jake Paul can do it, I can do it. Hey, Kamaru, there's just one thing. There's one thing. You forgot about Daddy Dana. Your Daddy Dana ain't finna let you fight that fight. I don't care how much you beg. I don't care how much you kowtow. I don't care how much you do those things. Your Daddy Dana White ain't finna he's not going to let you box. He's not going to let you box Canelo. Okay? You're going to have to let your contract run out. You're going to have to do a Tyron Woodley. Okay, you're going to have to get completely out of the UFC. You got to go. Okay, you're going to have to go in order to get that fight. That's just what it is. Done deal. Okay? You won't be fighting Canelo. And even if Dana White even entertained it, which, Dana White probably laughing at him, it was like, that's stupid. No, you're not fighting Canelo. He's not going to put one of his best welterweights in a boxing ring with Canelo and forcibly probably get the man hurt. Okay, seriously injured, seriously damaged. No, he's not going to do that. Kamaru Usman, fortunately, can make Dana White some money. Okay? And if Dana don't really see, like a huge return on investment, he ain't going to do it. Hell, he didn't even want Conor McGregor to box Floyd Mayweather. He didn't want that. Okay? He didn't want that, but it was the Fertittas that forced Dana's hand. See, the Fertittas and Al Heyman, they're the ones that got that fight done. Wasn't Dana White. And see, you talking about Kamaru Usman versus Canelo, it's not going to be that kind of fight on a large scale like that. It's not. So they can't force Dana hand to do anything. Kamaru Usman is an MMA star, but he's not the biggest MMA star. He's not the biggest MMA star. Now, okay, if somebody like, I don't even think John Jones can pull that off. Just to be honest, I don't think John Jones. Maybe if somebody like a Holly Holm, okay, would want to go and box somebody. Dana might entertain that. He may entertain that. But he's not going to entertain Usman. Okay, he's not a big enough star. If Usman had the star power of a Conor McGregor, Dana would probably entertain it. But I'm pretty sure that Dana, in his mind, he's probably thinking that the worst thing that he ever did was that Conor McGregor boxed Floyd Mayweather, because, the man done got that heavy payday, and it's like, dude don't even want to fight no more. And then when he do fight, people in there like smoking him, they starching Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor getting smacked all around the octagon, kicked, and beat up by people who couldn't beat him 6 years ago. Crazy, man. So I don't think Dana is going to go in and repeat the future or the past. He ain't going to do that. Okay, the only way I can see it, well, no, because Kamaru he don't have an opportunity to go to Bellator. See, it's kind of hard. I understand Kamaru Usman, his frustration, He want to go out there and box and make the real money. Okay, he really going to want to make what he's worth, because he knows that he's not getting the money that he's worth in the UFC. He's making a good amount of money. He's making strong six figures. But Kamaru Usman and a lot of these guys, they're worth more than that. Okay, they're worth. Okay, and Kamaru Usman, he said it before that, I'm not getting my self-worth in the UFC. Well, I mean, yeah. But see, you sign that contract. And that's what these guys don't get. They go and they start, talking junk, and, they start, getting mad at their contracts, but you signed it. Okay, you had a person, a power of attorney there, okay, that watched you sign the contract. If you didn't like the contract, I don't know, maybe you shouldn't have signed it. Like, for instance, Ngannou didn't like his initial contract, so he didn't sign it. Ngannou wanted to box, and, Dana White said, nah, man, we ain't having it. You ain't finna box. You're not gonna box. But I think, though, man, that they really need to do something about that, man. They need to do something about that, because how are you an independent contractor with the UFC, but they tell you as an independent contractor that you can't go out and do other things such as contact sports or, go get into another combat, anything, and you can't do it. But you're an independent contractor. Shouldn't you be able to independently go and do what you want to do? I mean, that's my thinking. Shouldn't you be able to go and do what you want to do as an independent contractor? But, with Dana White, nah, man, Dana doesn't shut all that down. He shut it all down, okay? You can't go off and make bread anywhere else. You can't do it. You can go do anything. You can go do other stuff that don't have anything to do with, like, contact, okay, boxing or kickboxing. No, you can't do that. You can't do that without the approval of Dana White. And see, this is where I think having Scott Coker as your promoter, this is where I think that it's better to have Scott Coker, because Scott Coker, he's very open-minded in letting these things happen, because he wants his fighter to have whatever opportunities are out there for them to make some money. Scott Coker not trying to keep all the damn money for himself, okay? Scott Coker wants his fighters to have some of the money too. That's the difference. I don't know. Dana been in business a while, and it's been working for him. It's not like it hasn't been working, but I think, though, some of the MMA boxing matchups are very intriguing. And I do think that people would definitely want to see it. They need to consider doing a boxing versus MMA, on a whole boxing card. That's what they need to do. You got all your top strikers in MMA, get those people that can box real well, and put them in there with boxers, and just let them duke it out the whole night. That would be good, but, Dana, he's not going to consider that. The man won't even make Nunes and Cyborg 2. Then, nah, Kamaru, you out of luck. But it's probably good that this fight don't happen, man. Kamaru just don't have the skills, bro. You ain't got the skills. You watch Kamaru, like, box, man, he's very lateral. He's very linear. Whereas Canelo, man, that boy taking all kind of angles. Now, I'd say Kamaru got better footwork than Canelo, but, Canelo definitely makes up for it with his timing. With his timing, his accuracy, his power, and just the pure raw ability, man, that he has just to go in there and counterpunch somebody's head off. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea, but hey, when Kamaru Usman leaves the UFC, I don't know, would Canelo entertain making some easy money? Would he entertain making that easy money? Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? But we do know one thing. If Kamaru Usman gets into that ring with Canelo Alvarez, Kamaru Usman will be getting his ass whooped.